So one of the top 10 blocks that could be preventing you from getting to the next level in your business are called negative loops. See, your mind's number one priority is to keep you safe and out of harm's way. And so what it does is it records an emotional record of every single time you felt uncomfortable or in pain, because it wants to keep you away from these things in the future. It actually wants to keep you away from anything that looks even similar to something that hurt you or made you feel uncomfortable in the past. And it keeps records of the 5 major negative emotions: anger, sadness, fear, hurt, and guilt. These are the things that make you feel the most unsafe. And so what it'll do, and this is totally unconscious, is it'll make you reject, resist, or even delete things that remind your brain of something that hurt you in the past. So you might not even notice an opportunity. You might not even think of a concept. You might not even entertain an idea. Or you'll fight against it. You'll think that it won't work, or it's not for you, or something's wrong with it, just because it reminds your brain of something in the past. Now, these create a couple of different issues. The more emotional records you have, the stronger those pathways are in your brain. So it means that your brain will go down those pathways more often than not. So you'll get more into protection than you are into growth. And if you know anything about business growth, you know that you can't play it safe, right? Scared money don't make money. So the more of these emotional records you have, the more your brain feels like you're walking down a narrow path in the middle of a minefield, right? One step off that path and everything might blow up in your face. You might lose everything you've worked for. Things might get worse. And so it'll try to keep you on that path. Sort of like a mother over-coddling their child, right? They might be safe, but what kind of life is it? Certainly not growth. It's certainly not evolution. The other thing is that the more of these emotional records you have, the more likely you are to think in the same way and feel the same way you used to. And that means you're going to have the same ideas, you're going to make the same decisions, you're going to make the same choices that you used to. And that is certainly not good for growth, right? You want to be able to think in ways you haven't yet and be in ways that you haven't yet, so you can make even better decisions, even better choices, think even more creatively and more strategically. Well, if you're gonna go to a level of success you've never been to before, you're gonna have to think in ways you've never thought before. You're gonna have to be a person you've never been before. And you can't do that while your mind is trying to protect you and keeping you in these loops, right? That's why you have to let go of your past if you want to create a new future. Your mind simply won't let you think in ways that'll allow you to evolve if it's still trying to be something in the past. Now, I'll give you an example of this. I worked with Justin Simeon. He was the writer, director of this incredible show and movie as well called Dear White People. And he was stuck in negative loops that were making him feel anxious, stressed out, overwhelmed, and bad about himself all the time because his brain unconsciously was associating everything he saw with things that hurt in the past. So he was always living in danger, right? Always living in fight, flight, or freeze. It's not a great place to learn, grow, evolve. When we cleared them, immediately his stress reduced, overwhelm reduced, anxiety reduced, happiness increased, his relationships got better, his work situation got better. He set things up to have the best kind of work situation in the future, which is going to allow him to open up doors, open up pathways he's never experienced before. And you can check out his testimonial on my page. This changed his life entirely. And when you let go of these emotional records of the 5 major negative emotions, you can experience the same thing.